and then the wall just collapsed.
And Lachlan's dad comes running out with a shotgun.
Turned around and just saw a shadow walk into the wall.
In this video, me and my friends take turns telling each other funny, scary, embarrassing stories, and if you do end up enjoying, consider subscribing. It's free and you can always unsubscribe. We also have way more of these stories that we've already told and recorded if you want to see more.
Okay, so once upon a time, I was in like preschool or something, and I remember I used to have like one of my favorite toys was like a pet snake thing, but it was like a plastic one. And I remember we had to chop the head of it off because it was so scary for me because I was like 3 or 4 years old. So we had to chop the head off the snake, and it was just like this black tube, and it had a tail on it. And like I remember, I think I had like one bad dream about it. I was like, oh no, there's a snake trying to kill me. And then my parents were like, no, chop the head off right now. And
What?
Wow.
Wait, why?
Wow.
Why did you chop the head off? Yeah, they just like chopped the head of it, and they're like, oh yeah, now the face can't scare you, and now it's just a black tube. I was like, oh yeah, cool, I got a new snake, and it's just like this long thing that is just dragged around with me everywhere. And that's the end of that story.
So, not 100% sure how this went, but I had a weird dream. It was like me, Amrith, Tristan, Lachlan, other people, and we went over to Lachlan's house, and his dad was home, but he didn't know we were there. And then we did something out the front, and Lachlan's dad comes running out with a shotgun, and we were terrified. We're sprinting away, right? And then for some reason we end up in a bathroom, and we're all hiding in the bathroom stalls, and he walks in with a shotgun, and he's about to open the door, and then the dream ends.
Yeah, I thought you were actually telling a real life story.
No, that happened.
It's a dream.
I was like, why has he got a shotgun?
No,
Yeah.
I was talking about dreams before.
Oh, I thought that was real life. I was like, how do you get a shotgun in Australia?
Dude, if my dad ran out with a shotgun, you would all be dead by then.
Okay, who's next?
You're next, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. Once upon a time, I had a dream, yeah?
Yeah.
And in the dream, there was a crocodile.
Yeah.
I went to go pat the crocodile,
Why would you do that?
and it bit my hand off.
Wait, what? Actually?
And then I ran. I can't tell stories. I ran away with a missing hand. Sounds the weird thing, you know. And yeah, end of story.
Wait,
Okay, pretty good story. My turn
you
again.
got something better than that.
Nah,
That was a
it'll come
weak
eventually.
story.
Okay, no, I got a really good story to make up for that. Okay, so once, I was literally just sitting in my room playing with Lego, and I remember my sister was doing it with me, and we couldn't get one of the bricks apart, and she had like the parts separate, like you know the orange thing, and it helps you like pull the blocks apart.
Yeah.
She had that thing in her room, and she went to go get it, and the thing was under her bed, and when she leaned under her bed, she got stuck. she got
Wait,
stuck
is this
under.
real or a dream?
No, this was real. She got. No, she was trying to grab a
Bro.
container out. She got stuck under the bed, and then I remember. yeah. And then we finally got her out, and then she had like red marks around her entire like belly and stuff, and then she was sitting against the wall, and I was like, "Oh, you okay?" And then she was like, "Yeah," and then she just leaned backwards on the wall, and then the wall just collapsed, and there was this massive hole in the wall.
Wait, actually?
So,
How fat
yeah, she was just like
man.
sitting down, and then she just went, "Oh, boom, boom, boom,
Why have
boom,"
you
and
got
then
Fat
broke the
is
wall.
she, bro.
Why have you got a diamond sword?
In case she wants to kill me.
Okay, Mason.
Yeah, anyway,
Bro.
that happened. And then my dad
Oh,
came
man.
running in. And he was like, "What the hell was that?" And my sister started crying, but she was just pointing at the wall. And I got in trouble for it because my dad thought that I like had kicked a hole in the wall.
Wow.
And he said, "No, go to your room right now." And I was like, "No. She fell over into it." And he's like, "Oh, so you pushed her over into the wall?" I was like, "No, she fell over and hit her head on the wall, and now there's a hole in it." And he's like, "No, go to your room, close your door. I'm not talking to you." And then my sister stopped crying and then told my dad, "Oh yeah, I just fell over and it went into the my head hit the wall." And it was just the craziest thing ever. Because then he let me out. He was like, "Oh, I'm sorry for yelling at you. I don't know how your sister put a hole in the wall, but you want to help me fix it?" And then he got some plaster out of like his shed up the back, and we came in and he was showing me how to do it. But the thing is, there was like, you know, in the walls how there's the timbers in it. Yeah. He said just put the plaster on there first, let it dry, and then you can keep putting more plaster on top. Because otherwise it wouldn't just sit there properly. But when he put it on, he just like did a big scoop and then threw it on from like a meter away. And then he's like, "Okay, now you have a go. You put it on." And I tried to do what he did, and I grabbed it out and then threw it at the wall, but it landed on the carpet, and now there's concrete on our carpet, or plaster on our carpet.
Oh.
And then there was a hole in our wall. My sister had
Is
like
it
a
still
red
there?
mark around her belly from the bed, and it was like the most chaotic day ever. It was crazy.
Is the concrete still there?
No, like we got it off because it dried out, and we were able to just like wash the carpet.
How do you
But,
walk
yeah.
off with the rocks in it?
We ended up just like patching it up with a piece of wood. Like we just nailed it into the wall. It's not there at the moment because we got some guy to come and fix it because we obviously couldn't do it.
What happened to the wall?
The wall. Oh, we fixed it
want-
and just set there.
Yeah, I want. How did it break?
No, she was like, no, she got stuck under the bed, right? So she was stuck on. Wait, hold on, let me just get it. Like, stuck
Wait.
under the bed,
Oh my
And then
god.
and then when she
Wait,
came
wait,
out,
Wait.
piece, right? And she was like here, and she's like, "Oh, I can't see it. Oh wait, no, I'm stuck. Help me get out." And she pulled back so hard, into a wall behind her. No, okay, shut up, Riley. Yeah, and she was like this. She's like, "Oh, I'm stuck," and then she like pulled herself out, broke free, but then also kept going, and then fell into the wall and broke it.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, like, say the wall was back here, and she was just like, "Oh yeah, this will be fine." Oh wait, no, I'm stuck. Help. Got out, fell over, put a hole in the wall.
How do you end up just? How much force was she putting? What?
Dude, she was
How do
like completely
how do you
stuck,
get
and she
stuck?
pulled out so fast.
You
She was
could
like,
You literally
"Oh no,
couldn't
pull
lift
out!" and then just
You couldn't
went
lift the bed up.
flying. Yeah, I know. That's what I was trying to do, but obviously I was like young at the time, so I couldn't actually lift it up. I was like, "Oh yeah, it's helping, trust me." So then she pulled me out. So then she pulled herself out, and then she ran into the wall, and she was like, boom! Explosion animation on the green screen.
Is your wall like made of candy or something?
It's made of plaster, so it's literally as if like there was a painting between
So, okay.
the wall and the thing. That's what
Okay.
plaster is.
I could
It's
probably
like a
punch a hole in your
super
wall.
thin. Yeah, easily.
Once upon a time, I was in the kitchen making some tea to drink. It was black tea. It's pretty tasty. And I was walking back to my room. And I turned around and saw a black shadow walk through the wall. It creeped me out, so I ran away and fell over with the tea at the end.
Okay, my turn. Okay, so once upon a you know light switches?
Ah.
Oh yeah, me neither. Okay, that's the end of the story. No, I'm kidding. So I remember once when I was young in like kindergarten, I was like, wait a minute, how do light switches work? Because I was like, you know, retarded. And my parents were like, oh yeah, it's just magic. And I was like, oh wait, really? So you mean like all the stuff that they do in the movies are real? And then basically, you know, Star Wars, how they use the Force to move stuff? Yeah, well basically I was in bed and I was like, I don't want to get out. So what I did, I was like, I'm going to use the Force to get me some breakfast. And I just held my hand out with my eyes closed. And then my parents walked in and they're like, what the hell are you doing? Are you like possessed or something? And I was just laying there on the ground, face up, just like, I will get my breakfast. I must have breakfast. Yeah, ever since my parents were like, oh yeah, you just flip the switch and it's magic, it turns the light on. I was like, well, if they can do that, then obviously I can use the Force. And then once I realized I couldn't do that, I was like, oh, maybe it's because my parents had practice. That's how they used the light switch. And then I went over to the light switch and flicked it. But I didn't realize that different light switches were for different lights. So I flicked it on and I looked at the light and I was like, wait a minute. It's not turning on. What happened? And then I looked over like this way. I was like, wait a minute, that light's on. And then I flicked it off, and then that one went off. And then I flicked the other one next to it, and I was like, oh, is it on? Oh, no, it isn't. Wait, so look. Oh, that one's on. And I just thought that I had like really, 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 really bad magical powers. And my parents were just like, oh yeah, you just flick this one easily. And then I turned the right one on. But I was just like, oh yeah, I'll just flick both switches and then see what happens. So basically, I always thought I was like a really, really, really bad magician while I was a child.
Wow.
So I bought a magician set. I'm not done yet. I bought a magic set.
Not done yet?
No.
Always.
I bought a magic set, right? So I could be really good at magic and show like my friends and be in a show. And I got it. And then it told me that everything was just a lie and that it was actually just tricks. I was like, And then I looked at the light and I realized that like each light kept flicking on the same one. I'm like, that one goes to there and that one goes to there. And then I remember I was like thinking about it. I was like, wait, so how does it work? And then I remembered that we had an electrician or something that came over once. And he was like in the walls and he had these wires and stuff. I was like, oh, maybe the magic powers go through the wire. So I thought if I like tried to plug a magic cord into my finger, that it would work and I'd be able to do magic. And so I put it on the end of my finger and then I started using. Oh, we had like spare ones in like the cupboard.
I stole it.
Yeah, I stole it basically.
Stole it from the wall.
And then I plugged it into my finger. I was like, wait a minute.
How do you plug it into your finger?
Now? No, like I just held it against my finger. I was like, wait, can I do magic now? And then I did like the wand thing. But with the wand, if you like flicked it really hard, the top of it would flick open and then like the flowers would come out. Like, you know that trick? So there's like these flowers inside the rod, inside the wand. And then there's this little like cap on the top that's on like a spring, so it keeps it closed unless you flick it and then it opens up the spring. And then the flowers pop out. And I thought I actually did magic because I read like the first one and it's like, oh, if you get your magic hat out and then quickly hide the bunny inside, you can be like, oh, look, see? I'm going to pull a rabbit out of the hat. I was like, oh, okay, well, this is obviously a lie. But then I didn't read the next one, which was that trick where you flick it and then the flowers come out. So I thought I actually did magic because I plugged myself in. And then every time I wanted to turn a light switch on, I grabbed the cord and then put it on my finger and then flicked the light switch. And I thought I was really, really smart because I actually just remembered which one it was. I didn't notice that at the time. I was just like, oh yeah, if I turn this one on, that one will turn on. Oh man, I'm magic. I'm so good.
Wow.
And then that's how. And then when I turned 10, I realized that all magic is fake and I was just a dum-dum.
You are a dum-dum still. If you did enjoy this story time with us three.
Mainly me though. I have the best stories.
Consider subscribing.
Like if you like my stories. If you like my stories, hit the like button.
Shush.
Thumbs up.
Subscribe.
Sell out. Buy the merch because we definitely have some.
Okay, you can continue.
If you did end up enjoying the video, consider subscribing because you might end up seeing more content like this in future videos. Yeah. Later then.